Twitter's placement of an exclamation mark and a suggestion that users get the facts about mail-in voting after the president's unsubstantiated claims about the corruption of postal ballots have led to the executive order.
There's no precedent in American history for so small a number of corporations to control so large a sphere of human interaction. Therefore, today I'm signing an executive order to protect and uphold the free speech and rights of the American people.
However, this is no crackdown. Instead, there will be a review of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act that prevents internet companies from being sued over content. And he's calling for the Federal Communications Commission, Trade Commission, and state attorneys to look at placing new rules on social media companies to control editing, he says, to protect free speech. But the president does not have the legal authority to strike down Section 230, and he may face resistance from the FTC and FCC, independent bodies that have been reluctant in the past to take on policing the internet.
He's talking about a review, which implies a period of time. It's not clear how much of this is saber rattling, right? There's things you can do with an executive order, there's things you can't do. There's probably litigation if they did try to do an executive order.
This is a nuanced, complex issue. Republicans complain about censorship on social media platforms. Democrats, like House Speaker Nancy Pelosi speaking about Facebook on Thursday, complain there isn't enough. Both have threatened similar legislation.
Our business model is to misrepresent the facts and to be a platform to do that and try to hide under freedom of speech, which is, of course, a complete violation of everything freedom of speech stands for.
Both are also stepping into tricky territory about who decides what is acceptable and what isn't, an issue the framers of the Constitution were clear about. It should not be the government, but should it be the platforms themselves?
I don't think that Facebook or internet platforms in general should be arbiters of truth. I think that's a kind of a dangerous line to get down to in terms of deciding what is true and what isn't.
Civil liberties advocates warn that private companies have their own commercial priorities and should not become gatekeepers of the truth. Facebook already censors content in consultation with governments around the world. The company fears being broken up, so it does its utmost to keep local authorities happy. And bipartisan support for doing just that has been growing. If Facebook and other platforms had less of a stranglehold over our daily discourse, it's argued, limiting free speech on their sites may not be necessary. Shihab Ratansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.